was him and Shawn Michaels, and they went through a table. And I remember it because it was the same match that Mick got caught. His head got caught between the ropes, and he like was hanging there. It's a great visual.
Yeah.
But in the same match, he goes through the fucking table, but he gets stuck. And he like punches a hole in the table with his body and his head, and he's like stuck in the table. It's awesome.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a badass fucking match. That was a great match, man.
That's a thing where his head got stuck in the ropes that they were playing everywhere. They played in the video game. They played it all the time. And it's so funny that you really never, ever see that anymore.
No.
I'm surprised that that's like in the opening of Raw or something like that, or maybe not the opening of Raw. That's a little crazy, but you know, it's something that you don't see played a lot. I'm surprised.
It's so violent looking.
Yeah,
it's so violent looking. It's such a good visual, man. It was so cool.
Oh, that ain't PG.
That's how he lost his ear too in fucking Germany, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's the same type of spot.
Same type of deal, but except for it was worse. Yeah.
Vader was trying to get him out of it, and he fucking grabbed his ear off. What the fuck?
Like rip. Remember that? I can't imagine. Like I've lost like a half a tooth before and felt weird. When you lose a body part, it's very bizarre. I mean,
it is. Yes, it is. I almost cut my thumb off once, and it was hanging there. Same fight. Yeah, it is weird.
I mean, probably not to like a guy. There's some guy out there listening to us right now, like fucking in Florida, who's like, what the fuck? I cut my finger off. I don't give a shit. Like, you know what I mean? But no, it was, I'm a pussy.
No, you're not. My stepdad, he lost his finger in a punch press.
Yeah.
And he has a nub, and he calls it his nubbin. And he talks about all the time that sometimes he tries to itch it and stuff. It's weird.
That is weird. That sucks. Yeah. Like, it's horrible. So imagine any of these people lose a leg or anything like that. Oh, crazy. By the way, Tough Enough. By the way, this is State of the WWE episode 40. I did start recording about a few minutes ago.
Thanks for telling me.
You're welcome. I did it right as you're telling your Mankind thing. I was watching the, first of all, I was watching on Periscope, the broadcast from the Tough Enough, and one of the dudes has one leg. And this is not the first time, though. This is like WWE's taken on a couple of these before, and also the TNA guy who wrestled with the one leg. Yeah. So it's just, I just thought it was interesting that one of the 40.
This guy's got a full metal fucking leg, though. This is not a Zach Gowen situation.
I was looking at him, and I just thought, I was surprised with how anal they were about physiques and people's bodies and everything, and whatever. It seemed like they want the top of the line type of people. I was surprised that they had him there.
I'd be surprised if he makes it very far, though. Like they have him on there, but now it's in the viewer's hands, so maybe he will. I don't know.
I don't know if that's their goal. I don't know what the deal is, but it's just everyone's a body. And my theory, I think we mentioned this, but my theory behind it is that they've already got the ability to find someone. If you don't have a body or you don't have the shape or you don't have this or that, they can take care of that on their own when they're trying to look for people. If they were going to hire a manager or somebody like somebody said, Joe, you're not on, or whatever. Someone like a regular average looking person who's going to be a manager.
They can pick him up and put him in NXT.
Yeah,
it's not a problem.
They'll take care of that. But live on this show that they want to broadcast, they're looking out for the show because the Stone Cold Tough Enough, we had 3, maybe 4 legitimate people, and the weird thing was you knew right away.
Knew it right from the jump. You knew right from the jump, and they don't want to do that this time. So they got 12 people who are lock, cocked, and ready to rock.
Exactly. Yeah, they know what they have. They know what that's it. These guys are for the most part in shape, and they already got the body. So then they bring them down there, and then now they've narrowed down, to 12 or 13 or whatever it is, from 40. So now they've really got people that are ready to go. So now it's about they want it to be about the personalities, the promos, and the character, and the bonding with the audience, like The Voice or like all those things. Because when it was a reality show before, it was just kind of like whatever you get. They don't know. Like they picked people who were in shape for the most part, but not really. I mean, when you look at the people they picked, and then you get there and you realize half of these people can't even do this. But
Yeah.
now it's like they've already gotten past that because they've already done the training. They've already done that training part, that initial.
Yeah, a few of these guys have been in the business for a while. Like this one guy, he's from MCW. No, not that MCW. It's Maryland or something Championship Wrestling, and he's been around for a while. They issued a statement on him. I can't remember the name of the guy.
I'm surprised they did that. WWE did?
No, the MCW. The
Oh, okay.
let me find it. Okay. On Patrick Clark. MCW is Maryland Championship Wrestling, and he was a trainee. Patrick Clark is a trainee, and he made it on Tough Enough.
Wow.
And so yeah.
Well, at least they'll always have a job there.
Yeah.
In MCW, the real MCW.
The real MCW. Yeah, Patrick Clark began his journey into pro wrestling only 1 year ago in June 2014 when he signed a beginner's class at the MCW Training Center. He's a naturally gifted athlete. He has the heart of a champion. He does not know the meaning of the word quit, and I believe in my heart without any doubt that he has a real chance to win the whole thing, says RJ Meyer, who wrestles as the Bruiser and is the current MCW heavyweight champion.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool, actually.
A bastard 1 year, and bam, you're up there.
Boom. He's got a good look. I'll give him that.
Well, that's good.
He kind of looks like Shelton Benjamin, but with a Denzel Washington face. Yeah, not Denzel. Wesley Snipes. Yeah.
There's another dude they're high on, another black guy that they're high on, who's like crazy looking. Maybe this is him, actually.
It might be him.
WWE posted something about this guy though a while back. I wonder if that is him.
Might be.
They should have just been taking him anyway though. I'm surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think this is a way. If they wanted it to be like what they were kind of hyping it up to be, like a fan experience, because that's what it kind of seemed like. Submit your videos. I don't know if I even buy into any of that bullshit. I think they had their people scouted. That's me. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I have a tinfoil dick.
Yes, I believe I am almost 100% with you.
Yeah,
because
agree with they picked nobody. They picked no fan. Not one of these motherfuckers is a regular everyday Joe, for lack of a better word.
Right.
Which is not one of them.
People would complain about that before, that they weren't picking people who were dedicated to the business.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But yeah, now it's very interesting that they went the other way this time.
Oh, because they already have a Bull Dempsey. He's down in NXT. They don't need another one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm basically Bull Dempsey.
Well, now he's become a joke now, kind of. You know.
Hey, you're eating Doritos. That shit's hysterical.
You got some potatoes?
Yeah, what happened was I ran out of energy because I was training all night. But I was doing pretty good up until the end there when I lost. I thought that was really funny. For the first time, I gave a shit about Bull Dempsey.
Yeah, it was
Finally,
funny.
It happened.
Yeah, I think the same way because you're like, he's so surprising because he's one of these guys you look at, you go, he's too small to be a heavyweight.
Yeah.
But he's sort of too big to do other things, but he's got no muscle either. And he just looks like
he's somebody's cousin.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, this can't be real. And so you just don't know what to think about him. And then he comes down when he beats someone, you're just like, oh, okay, but I don't ever believe he's gonna. And then he develops a kind of a personality now.
I figured it out. I just figured it out. I know exactly why he's there. Who does he look like? Who does? When you think about it, who was the head trainer recently?
Yeah,
he looks like fucking Hugh Morris, man.
Yeah, he kind of does.
He looks like Hugh fucking Morris.
Well,
now he's gone. So now they're making him a joke. All right, Bill DeMott's gone. All right, fat boy, grab the Doritos.
Well, he was there before Bill DeMott left, though.
Was he?
He was, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was there before he left. That's what I'm saying. I think Bill DeMott fucking picked this guy.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, and trained him because he looked like him.
Yeah.
He's like, well, he looks like me, Hugh Morris Jr. And now that he's gone, he's like, all right, your daddy's gone. Now you're a joke. Get the Doritos. Get over here, fatty.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They don't give a shit. He's like, he's still got 6 months on his contract. Eat these fucking Lays, will you?
Eat the banana, you fuck.
Eat the banana. Eat the fucking banana. Shut up. All right, we're going to get into the Money in the Bank bullshit. This is really going to be a dangerous night, I think.
It's going to be a dangerous night. Before we get going, I got to give a quick shout out, and I never do this. Shout out to my Blackhawks, Game 5 winner. What?
Hey, well, they got to clinch at home, though, or they're going to pull a fucking Bruins.
I think we're going to clinch. I think Kane has not showed up at all the entire series. Look for him to have a big game. Patrick Kane, superstars, wins titles sometimes, and I think this is going to be one of those situations.
I got some bad news.
Uh-oh.
It's going 7.
No.
Bad.
Don't do that.
That's my feeling. That's just my feeling. I don't know. Obviously, I can't stop fighting that from being like my brain just keeps wanting to say 7. No, it's gonna be 7. Don't count out Tampa. Don't fucking count out Tampa, Joe.
You can't. You can't count them out.
I mean, I would want the Blackhawks to win at home. Obviously, if I was. That's what I would want. That's what you'd want, ideally. But it just seems, I just feel like Tampa's going to make it go. But
they can. They're a dangerous team. I just wanted to throw that out.
They are a weird fucking team, man. What is up with them, by the way?
A lot of scoring, but they have not been able to do it in this series. Both teams haven't scored a lot. It's been a relatively low-scoring series. It's been weird.
Yeah, because finally someone with some defense with Chicago, the way they were well-rounded. Like we mentioned this, that would be the best thing for Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay likes to exploit. Defense might not be as good, offenses might not be as good. So then, Tampa's gonna score? So that's why they've kind of worked their way around both offensively stronger teams and defensively stronger teams. But when it comes to the Blackhawks, well, you're dealing with all 8 out of 10s across the board here, and that's different. Maybe 9
And
out of
when
10.
Crawford's playing like this, it's hard. They're really hard to beat when Crawford's playing as well as he is. So.
Yeah, you put that together too. It's just forget it. People are like, what the hell are they talking about?
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay. We talked about hockey. Watch Game 6. It's going to be on Monday?
Monday or Tuesday, yeah.
Monday or Tuesday is Game 6 NHL. Go check it out. You never watched hockey before? This is the time to tune in because it could be the last game. There's only this Game 6, and if the Chicago Blackhawks win, they win the championship. If Tampa Bay wins, they go to Game 7. So, you never watched hockey before, and you never gave it a chance. This is the time to give it a chance.
This is the time because Lord Stanley's Cup will be in the building, kids.
Right, and it's already got some semen on it. Big Show versus Ryback is going to be sleepomania.
I'm really hoping they're going to try to figure out how to make it. Look, for better or worse, they have tried with their promos to make this an interesting matchup. But I don't understand why they don't get why Big Show is a no draw. He does not draw. He's still a spectacle to little kids, but even that's worn off. He's not a draw. He's not, and he's a terrible matchup for Ryback. Terrible.
Yeah. I don't understand. Well, they respect him so much that they do. They sort of, I don't know, it's one of those, it's like fucking Slipknot, like, we couldn't tell Dingleberry that he couldn't be in the band, so here's some more drums.
The fucked up thing is, they give so much to the Big Show already. I mean, they gave him the fucking Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which I thought was a mistake, but I could see them giving him the title. I could see him doing it, and what's the point of that?
Wow.
I could see him doing it.
I don't think that's going to happen. I strongly believe that Big Show is here to put over Ryback because they take Big Show as somebody who can put over people because of his size.
But lately he hasn't been. Remember, the last year, Big Show's been beating a whole bunch of guys that we thought that were going to be used to put them over. Like Eric Rowan comes to mind. Rowan, who was looking hot as hell coming out of friggin' Survivor Series.
Rowan sucks, that's why.
Yeah, Rowan does suck, but I mean, I was wrong on that. He does suck. But he was hot. He was hot. The crowd was really into him. It was right after Survivor Series, and then they have Big Show inexplicably beat the hell out of him in a stairs match. It was weird. They've been doing that. It's just been very strange. But I think Ryback is a little bit different because if Ryback works the right type of match and he shell shocks him, it could look really impressive. So I don't know. It's a weird match. I think Ryback will win, but it will not surprise me if they put the title on Big Show.
Yeah, I'll say I would be a little bit surprised if they do it. If Big Show walks out with that title, I'm gonna.
I'd be pissed off. I'd be pissed, but it wouldn't shock me because they give him everything else. They have. It's like they're indebted to him. I don't know.
He's got that ironclad shit, you know.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah, hell, he punched Dusty Rhodes in the face, and now he's dead.
Yeah, it was Big Show's fault.
It's Big Show's fault. Cry, you big baby.
I don't think that I can. I would go nuts if Big Show fucking wins that thing tomorrow. I'm telling you, I will. Oh boy, like I don't know why I'm getting angry right now thinking about that.
You're getting angry now, yeah.
Holy shit, will I be pissed off? Oh my god, man. I mean, I don't even care because I think Ryback. At least, like, I hate watching Ryback.
You don't even like Ryback, yeah. Right.
But at least I get why the title's on him. He that's something he could use and whatever.
I think he's been a lot better lately. I think his ring work has gotten a lot more crisp. But he's not hurting people anymore. And that's a good thing. It's
not Ryback's fault that I don't like big guys. I mean, that's my thing.
Don't like big guys.
But for a big guy and what he does, he's good. I mean, I think he's been pretty good. And unless he's breaking CM Punk's ribs or whatever the hell. Now,
the crowd loves this chant.
It's weird how that's coming back again, but it's because people actually like him, the person. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think so too.
Even the Goldberg people have kind of. I mean, it still happens a little bit, but he's just so good. He's just so likable as a person.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got here? What the fucking?
We got
matches?
The kickoff match: King Barrett and R-Truth for some reason. Can you explain to me? What the hell is up with King Barrett? Why is he losing to everyone? What the fuck have they done? They give him the King of the Ring, and then they just said, yeah, well, now you're never winning again.
It doesn't pay to be king.
I won the King of the Ring, but I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
It's almost like they were like, we got to do something for the network King of the Ring, we could just do that. All right. And then Barrett wins it, and it's like, oh, who cares? That's
why not give it to Neville? If they're just gonna have Barrett job, why not give the King of the Ring crown to Neville? Then this makes no sense.
Why make Barrett job? Like forget everything else. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
Just don't. Why is he jobbing? What? You're gonna make this up and coming dude who's over, who won the King of the Ring job? What the fuck world are we in here? Where's Stone Cold Steve Austin on his podcast to talk about this? Well, what the fuck did Barrett win? You know, I could just, like, you know what I mean? Like, if Stone Cold, I wish he could listen to our podcast and just please, Stone Cold, tell me, like, I just want you to think about this. Barrett wins King of the Ring and then jobs a bunch right afterwards and nothing happens. Nothing good happens. Barrett's not going to get the IC belt back. Barrett's not going to go for anything. He's just... Oh, hail King Booker. Oh, I'm Barrett.
Barrett, yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
Explain to us, Stone Cold. Tell us what's going on. Since you have the inside track now in the WWE, since you're boys with them again, tell us what's going on. Because this is confusing to me.
I just think his head would... Like, if somebody put that example, if he hasn't already thought about it a bunch, if someone were to tell him that, I feel like his head would explode. Because my head's exploding right now.
Yeah. Because he was like this with Cesaro. When Cesaro was getting buried, he came to Cesaro's defense.
Yeah.
He was like, well, that's Cesaro. I don't understand why he's not getting over. He's gotten over with the fans. The guy can go, but you're not pushing him. Why?
Want to know the answer? I know the answer, too.
Yes.
It's mid-card. Writers, once again, they don't know what the fuck is going on in the mid-card. This is what's been going on for 2 years now. They don't know what the fuck they're doing with the mid-card. The mid-card.
And then they went and stumbled on and got gold with him and Tyson Kidd because that really works.
Yeah, but it took a while. I mean, they absolutely buried him though. Like after he was hot, it almost repackaged.
I don't think they meant to. They put him with Paul Heyman. He was a face. He was hot. He won the first Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He was hot. He was coming off of Zeb Coulter. Then the next night they were like, we're gonna make him even hotter. The fans love him. Let's go ahead and turn him heel. Put him with Heyman. It can't fail, and it fell flat. Nobody cared. Nobody wanted to see it.
Yeah.
It was very weird.
I never would have thought of that. Unless they were going to make him a full-blown face or a full-blown heel. Like an absolute heel. Like it's just... Now you know what he is. He's working with a tag team. He works with tag teams. That's when people like him.
Yeah. He's over now. I mean, that tag team really did get over. Legitimately.
Him and Swagger were over. Same type of thing.
Very true. Very, very true. Maybe Cesaro is just a guy who does not have the mass appeal charisma to be on his own.
I
Maybe
think
that's possible.
He has a lot of charisma in a tag team. It's so weird, but by himself, it's something is wrong. And
Something's off.
I'm thinking about it right now. By himself, I don't buy everything for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But then when he's with somebody, he appears to have. It's like he's ganging up with somebody, and I like that. I don't. I'm really right now realizing this.
No, you're 100% right.
And now he's screwed.
Now he's screwed. Now he's screwed. But apparently, he's winning matches with the sharpshooter at house shows.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's still coming out with Natalia.
You know what he should do? Is he should start wearing like a wristband for Tyson Kidd rather. And like, you know what I mean? Like rest, like get better soon. You know, like I love my, or this is for Tyson Kidd. And
Fact.
yeah, and then just like do this whole thing where he's doing everything for Tyson Kidd. And then you know what he
have him go after Samoa Joe.
There you go, that too. All that stuff. Just use it all. It's too bad he doesn't work as well by himself, because a good angle would be he does all this stuff for Tyson Kidd, and then when Tyson Kidd comes back, he like slaps Cesaro and he's not his friend.
Yeah.
Like what a great angle! Like all this time you're like, when are they gonna get back together after this injury that Tyson had? And then Cesaro's been doing all these things like to in honor of his tag team partner. And
just to get slapped.
And like after he beats somebody or during a match, better yet after he beats somebody. After he beats them, he gets a microphone. He says, "And in honor of my best friend who's rehabbing right now, I'd like to present you with the sharpshooter." And then he just puts it on the guy, and the referee's trying to get him off him and everything. And then he just keeps doing that. He does that for like 6-7 months. And Tyson comes back, and he finally announces him he's back, and here he comes. And Tyson comes out, and then he turns on Cesaro. And you're like, what the hell?
That would be pretty awesome. That would be cool. And then we just need Heenan there. We need Heenan there to go, oh, he slaps him in the mush. Right in the mush.
Oh, man. I thought they were best friends. He's been.
Oh, he doesn't need Kid. He never needed Cesaro.
It could be better. Like, they could have had, like, Natalia with Cesaro a little bit. And maybe, like, a few things. But you can't be obvious at all. It's just she's with him. And then he's just jealous of it. You can't do the whole, like, she falls off the steps and he catches her and it's weird.
No,
none of that.
You can't do that. Yeah,
none of that.
It has
to lead
to be really subtle. Yeah.
That's awesome. That
would be pretty cool.
We're better bookers.
We're better bookers. That would be really neat.
It would be neat. The only thing that sucks is, like, it doesn't make sense. Is, like, they'd be hot as a tag team, so don't do that.
What I'm wondering, though, is because of the fact that Cesaro has been this team player and he's just said, yeah, okay, basically to everything that WWE has asked of him, do they reward him now? Now that Kid is hurt, do they reward him and maybe he's Ryback's next opponent?
Well, that's what you do. There's where it is. If in the next 6 months or however Tyson's out, if Cesaro maintains or grows, his popularity, if he takes it to another step while Tyson's gone, then you make the decision to have Tyson turn on him when he comes back. But if he's still floating around and it don't make sense, just put them back together. That's it.
Sure.
There's the answer.
There you go. There you go.
All right, shit. What else we got here?
We got the WWE Divas title.
Okay.
Nikki Bella versus Paige.
So Paige is in the middle of a bunch of movie shit and Tough Enough.
And Tough Enough. Well, she's done with the movies, but now she's got Tough Enough. So the question is, I mean, it seems like Nikki has to lose this title. I mean, she's had it forever.
They want her to beat AJ.
Yeah, I think that's probably where it is.
That's exactly what it is. She's gonna beat AJ because they've started to mention it for the last couple, even I think last month. Every once in a while,
they're throwing out her days.
They're throwing out how long she's been Divas champion for. So get ready because they don't want AJ to have that honor.
I think you're right. I think you might be right about that, and that kind of sucks because. Yeah. I mean, look, I give Nikki Bella a lot of credit for the work that she's put into becoming better, and she has. She has become infinitely better than what she was because she was horrible. She
has become. So there's a lot of women wrestlers who are terrible and they shouldn't even be there. But then but like WWE males, like the wrestling, like the guys, the superstars, like okay, I don't really like Cena. I don't like his style. I don't like whatever. But I'm capable of actually enjoying one of his matches.
Sure.
And I'm also capable of saying he's a big name and a big feel. And even in a match, I do buy him as a brooding wrestler, and I can deal with it. I like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
But then there's maybe but there's not a whole lot of male wrestlers who are just awful. So Rowan might be like one like that, but he's viable in a different way. So but there's not a lot of male wrestlers like this. But with the females, there's just some girls that flat out should not be there.
Yes.
So while I think Paige and Sasha Banks and Natalya and some other women are on a high level of women's wrestling, Nikki Bella is not one of those jabronis either. She's got that same feeling as John Cena.
She does.
She's gotten over as a heel who pulls off her spot moves.
She's gotten over as a face with her whole fearless things. People like her as a face too when she goes face every now and then.
And you know what? I'll even extend this over to Brie. Brie is not that good, and Brie is definitely the worst of the two, obviously.
Oh, Brie is about
scary.
half the wrestler that Nikki is. Yeah.
But what Brie has, I'll say one positive thing about Brie, is that she really has learned how to take a shot off the post from outside the ring, how to take a shot into the stairs. She does a good job running into something and being hurt. Really, she does.
Her inanimate object. Can you imagine her with a dildo? My God, yeah, because she does take inanimate objects very well.
Oh, God. Right. Well, Daniel Bryan's not coming on.
Ah, fuck. Add him to the list.
Hit her in the head with a dildo. No, she just, so that's my thing about her is I buy that. Her acting is terrible. Her wrestling is mostly terrible.
She's got a lot better. Nikki is really, for me, I feel that she's become competent. She seems to become,
I enjoy not liking her. I enjoy not liking her. That's what my thing about her is. I enjoy not liking her. I enjoy her as the champ because I don't like her. I really don't. And so it's working. It's not like
I like looking at her. I really enjoy.
I'm not even that turned on by her, so it's not that at all. It's just I like Brie better, but it's
really.
Yeah, I'm more of a Brie person.
That's weird. You know the one thing that perplexes me every week when I watch Nikki Bella?
Yeah.
The fact that those shorts she wears, they get shorter and shorter every week, and I don't understand how. Pretty soon, it's going to be a bikini bottom. It's going to be. It's crazy.
I would love to have Paige, though. I'm looking at the photo, and
God, dude, she is so beautiful. She's hot, but Paige is beautiful. She's just a really, really pretty girl. I mean,
well, not to mention that Paige I think is 22 or 21.
22, yeah.
And Nikki's what is Nikki like 30 something?
She's 30. Yeah, they just hit their 30s.
Wait a minute, no, Nikki's older than 30.
No, I think they just turned 30.
Oh no, Nikki's I'm fucking retarded. I thought you said I'm thinking 20. Yeah, Nikki's 30. No. That makes because I'm 30, so I knew she was my age, but
I think Nikki and obviously both.
I mean, she's got 10 years on Paige, so
yeah.
But they're all. I mean, whatever. I just like little pale girls.
That can be used against you in a court of law.
No, not like young little.
I like little pale girls.
Little pale girls who are 18 or older.
Oh, they're older. Oh shit, they're my age. They'll be 32 in November.
Okay. Yeah, I thought they were older than me actually. Now that I think of it, because I'm gonna be 31 in a couple weeks. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. I think. I think it could make sense for Paige to win and then have the title on Tough Enough, so that's featured on the USA Network. But no, I don't. No way. Nikki's gonna hang on to this because they want her to beat AJ's streak.
For months, it really did seem like, and I know this is partly because of the teases they do on Total Divas, but do you think there's any possibility that Nikki and Brie are walking away from the business anytime? That's kind of why Brie is taking a back seat in a lot of things, and why it does seem like it just feels like with them bringing back the twin magic, it kind of feels like they're going back to where they started because that's how they want to finish. So it kind of feels like they might be winding down, but that might not be accurate because of what you said, because they want her to hold the title until she surpasses AJ. But if that's not the case, then Paige wins tonight.
Well, especially with the way they teased it even on Total Divas with them talking about that stuff. So
yeah, retirement.
It does make me think that is a possibility. And I obviously we don't know when, and we don't know, and they might not know is really the thing. But if they were going to be leaving soon, and this is the way you do it, because you get somebody like Brie to hold the title for a long ass time.
I mean Nikki
to hold the title for a long ass time, and then to put somebody over.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, but I know this has nothing to do with what's going on right now, and they've already done this with Paige when she came up. But my God, Sasha Banks is a star.
Oh, she's a star.
Sasha Banks is out of control, and I mean, we've known this for a while, but I mean, it's like looking at her when I used to think like this girl is so good. Like I thought that about Charlotte, and at the time I thought about Charlotte and Paige when Paige came up, and then I knew Sasha Banks who she was, and she was pretty good then. I liked her. But
she has stepped it to a different level.
Right. She's gone up since she changed the music, and then especially once she won the title. I mean, if you holy shit, she's on fire. I was watching like entrances of hers across the country through the little NXT shows that they do, and that she's just people are all over that. She
got the whole package, man. She really does.
If Nikki's gonna give it up, I would want her to give it up to Sasha if Sasha came up, but I'm moving so far ahead of myself because we've got Charlotte, we've got Paige who would probably be in the title hunt, and again I'm crazy because this is how Sasha's reaction is with NXT, which is only 20% of the WWE crowd.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because Charlotte has now moved into a secondary role within NXT, and now it's Becky who's becoming the new golden woman of NXT. And then you're rebuilding a couple of people like fucking Emma, who's now evil Emma, and I actually really enjoy what they're doing with her.
I love that, yeah.
While they're trying to build up this weird friggin' bodybuilder chick who I'm not sure about because she's so goddamn bad in the ring. What's her name?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
God, she's terrible in the ring. But she moves like a stripper, and she's just bizarre. And I can't remember her name right now.
I can't either, but I know who you're talking about.
Brooke. Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke, yeah.
Dana Brooke, yeah. I like her theme music. So, at least she's got that. And then you have a couple other, even their enhancement girls like Carmella and Alexa Bliss. They're both really talented. And just in different ways. I mean, it's just they're loaded, so they can afford to bring one or two of them up.
These women are loaded. I mean, what they're doing in NXT, it's unbelievable. They've loaded these people up. I mean, even Alexa Bliss, everyone's entrance is good and has some sort of thing. Like Alexa blows the sparkle, she comes down, she's annoying.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Right.
Now she's with Blake and Murphy. Now she's the redheaded vixen, and she's different now.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that. I didn't see that.
Yeah. She's with Blake and Murphy, and she's a slut, and it's awesome.
I knew she was with Blake and Murphy, but I still saw her do that in an entrance like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her. She's not blue-haired anymore, and she doesn't do the sparkles. Now she comes out with Blake and Murphy, and even when she's wrestling singles, they come out with her.
Oh, I didn't. I don't know.
They have this choreographed entrance. They get into the ring together. It's kind of cool.
Maybe I'm thinking
they slide through the ropes, and
I just saw her do this like 3 weeks ago. It might have been 3 weeks ago, but
it just happened. I mean, they just got together.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I mean, I don't know. Just all the women. What I mean is the women are choreographed.
They have a thing. Everybody has a thing,
and it's good. It's not like, and because she was hated, it was good. If she was like a baby face, that would have been annoying, and she was originally.
Yeah. By the way, if you didn't watch this week's NXT, then you won't know. But they debuted a new chick, Jessica Kay, who is an international known wrestler. She's tall.
The jobber.
She jobbed to Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
But she's tall. She looks like freaking.
She's kind of like Charlotte's height.
She looks like Megan Fox in a lot of ways. And she's gorgeous. That chick, when she gets her shit together, she's gonna be something too.
It's amazing.
She's got a good look.
When I just think about everyone coming down, like if I were to see NXT Live, I mean, it's amazing that I would be really pumped up to see these people. Like I would be so pumped up to see Sasha Banks. I would be so pumped. I can't tell you the last time. I mean, even Paige.
Trish and Lita.
Yeah, no, the Trish and Lita. I would be pumped up to see in a match. You know what? I wouldn't even be as excited to see them.
No, I'm saying back in the day when those two were in their prime, they were having great matches with each other and others. It's the same feeling I'm getting now when I see Sasha and Charlotte and even Becky. I'm excited to see them like I would be a regular main event star. It's not just like, oh, this is a great women's star. No, this is a great superstar, and I have to see her. That's who Sasha's become for me.
Yeah, it's not just like, ooh, I want to see the hot girl. It's not even like that. It's the wrestling, and it's the package. If Sasha Banks coming out would be amazing for me, and watching her wrestle, and Becky would be fun, and those two again in another match would be fun. Just all the girls, like, it's unbelievable. Finn Balor, like, are coming out, do his entrance, and then whoever he wrestles, it doesn't matter. All that stuff. Everyone's got an amazing entrance, and then has a good match, and it's just crazy that they finally fucking did what they wanted to do with SmackDown. Like 12.
Yeah. I said that exact same thing on my NXT review this week. I said NXT is becoming what the original idea for SmackDown was. It's becoming an independent brand where people are going that can't find time on the main roster or developing. That's exactly what it's becoming. Look at Zack Ryder, who was on this week's episode of NXT. They've repackaged him a little bit, not his gimmick yet, but they're packaging him with a guy, Mojo Rawley, who's a fucking insane dynamite ball. And it works. I mean, because Ryder's gimmick plays so well in front of those 500 people.
Yeah, exactly.
It plays so well. The woo-woo-woos, all of it works. They love him. They love him. So it's such a place. It's such a good thing to have. Because, oh, God.
Well, just look at, I would say for like the last year or so, we've talked about NXT being what SmackDown was supposed to be. But what really sells it, what tells you like that they believe it too, is as soon as Hideo Itami got injured, bam, go out and get Samoa Joe, because they see they feel they need people to be in NXT. They do treat it like a separate brand. It's not the Performance Center is the training grounds. It's once you're done being trained and they're ready to package you to work on your stuff live that they said they don't just
go to NXT.
Yeah, they go to NXT. It's not just this is a new guy, let's try him out. That's in the Performance Center. Now NXT has become, you're on the show. Like, this is, for the most part. I mean, I'm sure we're still going to get, like you said, the new girl who just came out.
It's going to be a proving ground at some points, but it's also becoming a brand because now they're touring more too.
Yeah.
So like that's a cool thing.
I'm more excited. I would almost be more excited. Like, if you told me I've got tickets for Raw, I'd think about it. If you told me I've got tickets to NXT,
dropping things.
I'm going. Let's go. Yes. Yeah, it's so that's fucking crazy. And if you told me any time in the last 15 years I got tickets to SmackDown, I would have stayed home.
Yeah, I like if I got nothing else to do, maybe, But the crazy thing is here, if you want to look at how innovative and smart NXT really is, look no further than the re-fucking birth of Rhino. Look what they're doing with Rhino. Not only have they had Rhino be used to get a guy like Baron Corbin back on track, because that's what they used him, but now they went and turned Rhino heel on Finn Balor, and it was one of the coolest things I've seen on NXT in a long time. When he speared him on the runway after they had a really good match, by the way. Balor being able to work with Rhino impressed the shit out of me, because Rhino's not the easiest guy to work with sometimes.
Yeah, he's a little rough and random.
Yeah, he's a little
rough and random. Rough and random, that's what I call Rhino.
Rough and random, yes.
Because he calls stuff out of nowhere, it seems like sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, and because he's insane. He's great. That's why we love Rhino. And then he spears him and turns heel, and it's just like they have a plan for Rhino. Because they could have just let Rhino go after he lost. He lost to Baron Corbin and kind of got Baron Corbin back on track.
Oh, I think he's there to train and to put people over.
Yeah, but he could still go. Yeah, Rhino can still go. He's 40. He can still go.
Oh, yeah, he's one of these people that's not, he's not one of these, he's not like Booker T or somebody. He's still younger. I mean, he's still ready to, it's still, he's, like you said, he's still Rhino. He's there to be the working veteran. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what he's there to do. And I love it.
It's awesome to see.
And someone goes down like Hideo Itami and that stuff, and they fill in these spots, and you're going to see more of this stuff. It's because it's like you said, it's a brand. And like we said, it's a brand. It's NXT. It's a real separate brand by itself. It's amazing what they've built. Fucking take that, man. And TNA and anything else. Like, it's just crazy what they've done here. I mean, the closest thing is ROH. And ROH...
I think actually, I think the closest thing is New Japan. New Japan is more akin to NXT to me than Ring of Honor is.
Well... I get the style.
As far as the wrestling goes.
As far as the wrestling, that's true. But New Japan is like as big as is second to WWE.
In Japan, New Japan it doesn't go any bigger. Yeah, I agree. But as far as like the feel, the balance of it, it's New Japan. Ring of Honor is unbalanced. That's the biggest problem with Ring of Honor. But New Japan is not. So I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It is a little unbalanced there. I think the biggest thing with ROH though is that you're missing the whole production that NXT is missing. That NXT has. So
yeah.
And you're just not. I mean, NXT is coming at you all over the place. NXT is coming at you with international, well-known wrestlers. Is coming at you with big-time independent wrestlers. They're coming at you with new talent who they've created. They're coming at you with veteran talent who've joined the cast here or there. They're also coming at you with entrance themes and songs and music that are great.
Yep. New, unique, fresh.
All that stuff rolled in. It's just you can't. Nobody can compete. WWE, if you just ask me, like, name your top 3 in America, name your top 3 in the U.S. or North America, your top 3,
brands,
organizations or brands or whatever for wrestling. Obviously WWE's number 1, and number 2 is NXT, and some people might put NXT number 1. So
yeah,
think about it.
You can make the argument.
And then below is TNA's probably last, and then ROH is. Now I don't know about that. ROH may not be.
You can make the argument that ROH is leapfrog TNA because TNA is fucking floundering.
I just have trouble. Sometimes I feel like a lot of people who don't watch either will just say ROH, so it's cool. I don't know if there's a million people watching TNA.
Not anymore. There's not.
Well, all right, now there's 600,000 now.
Yeah, now there's between 400 and 600,000, and Ring of Honor is I think their first week on Destination America they drew almost 400,000 combined.
No,
and so I mean they're going to be right there. But if you think that NXT is hot right now, wait until the next big signing comes, and I think the next big signing is going to be Austin Aries. He's leaving TNA. His contract's up. He's not going to be returning to TNA. I think that's almost set in stone because they can't afford him. He's young enough that WWE is going to take a look at him, and I think he would fit unbelievably well in NXT.
I think he would too, and he'd be great. And I would like to see AJ Styles added to that too, by the way.
See, the biggest problem, AJ is, and I know that I just said that Rhino is 40. AJ's 39, and he can't talk. And I don't know if they're going to want to let him use his in-ring ability because as great as AJ is, and I love AJ Styles, he's also unbelievably stiff. That guy hits people with shots so fucking hard.
Yeah, you're right. And his finisher might not be allowed either. I mean, that's...
Yeah, but then again, I would have said the same thing about Samoa Joe. So I don't... Who knows?
I know
things are changing.
I know this is state of the WWE. I don't want to leave one last thing out. Global Force Wrestling. I did watch the broadcast on Periscope the other day, and they had the big green ropes, which I love green ropes. I've always liked them. But problem is the sides of the ring. Right.
Jesus, why is Jarrett so in love with this?
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do six sides. Don't do 6 sides, Jeff Jarrett. Nobody liked it. It was the mantra in the chat on Periscope was over and over again. Get rid of the 6 sides. Why 6 sides? It's hard for the wrestlers to work with. It's confusing for some fans.
There's just not enough of them. Yeah. There's not enough guys who know how to work it.
Yes. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. By the way, Matt Dunphy met Byron Saxton over the weekend.
Oh, did he?
I wanted to shout that out.
Hey, doesn't this whole fucking 6-sided ring? And I'm sorry about the.
No, it's okay. That wasn't a big story. It's just Byron. I'm gonna.
But no, we can go back to that in a second. But doesn't that speak to exactly what JR wrote in his blog about every promoter nowadays wants to be the guy to figure out the way to revolutionize the business? You can't fix what's not broken. Wrestling isn't broken. Wrestling doesn't need to be changed in this manner. Jarrett needs to get over himself and realize that because Jarrett, he's got the right, it's like Game of Thrones. He's got the right name. He's got the right people around him. He's got the right wrestlers who are willing to work for him. He can be an impact player in the business and a promoter just like his daddy was if he wants to be, but he's got to get over himself because the first Global Force champion probably going to be Jeff Jarrett.
Right.
Probably going to be Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, get ready.
Because he can't get over himself.
You know what? It would be great if you did this, and I would do it not because I love myself, but maybe because I wanted to piss everyone off. Yeah. I would say there's going to be is going to be like a tournament or something like that. And
King of the Mountain, huh?
Yeah, King of the Mountain. Yeah, I guess you're. I didn't think of that. That's been done.
But he can't call it King of the Mountain. He's got to call it Top of the Hill.
They call it Top of the Hill, and yeah, there'll be a mystery entrant we won't know about. And then
watch out, slap nuts. He's horrible.
Don't piss me off.
I've got the stroke. Shut the fuck. He's terrible. I hate Jeff Jarrett. I really do.
Really?
Yeah, I've never liked him. He's a ripoff of so many wrestlers, and he doesn't do anything as good as the wrestlers that he rips off. And look, we knew Ric Flair was ripping off Buddy Rogers, but he was better than Buddy Rogers, so I was okay with that.
Ooh.
And I know some people are going to be woof.
Buddy Lindell just had a heart attack. Actually going to get Buddy on the show, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I spoke with him in an email.
Did you really?
Yeah, I had someone contact him, and then I talked to him.
How fucking old is he?
Shit, I don't know. 50? Something?
No.
60? 60, 70? I don't know.
Gotta be in his 70s, at least.
Well, he looks not a day over 50.
Really?
He looks pretty good. I saw him on YouTube recently. At a con or a wrestling thing, or I don't know what it was. But, oh yeah, we'll get him on here. That'll be some fun.
Let me say that in front of him.
I will. I'll tell him about how young I told him he looked. And you thought he was like 80 or something.
I don't know. I thought he was older than that. Fuck.
Maybe we'll go on camera. I don't know.
Yeah, no, now I'm scared.
No. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
But you know what? It's just I've never been a big Jarrett guy. I never saw it. I never saw it. I never felt it. And he's a cancer. He's a cancer. I mean, we could talk about Bischoff leaving WCW. We could talk about Russo. Who was the one friggin' mainstay that just was at the top of the friggin' heap when WCW was going down? It was fucking Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
And it's not lost on me, that fact. And it's just he drives me insane. He's so arrogant.
I don't know how I just know that he is associated with that sort of thing, like WCW generic whatever, TNA or generic whatever. Double J Jeff Jarrett. That was his best time for me, in the WWE.
And he hated that time. It's the time he hates it most. He talks about it. He hated Double J. He hated that gimmick.
I liked him. I also liked him when he got an edge in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
A little bit. I kind of like that.
When he was the NWA champion, that was kind of cool. When Cornette brought him in. You know how arrogant Jarrett is? This is how arrogant Jarrett is. Jarrett's an owner of TNA at the time. He's so fucking arrogant. He takes Kurt Angle's wife and then books match after match, gimmick after gimmick, promo after promo, pitting Angle and his wife against each other. That's how arrogant Jeff Jarrett is. You want to talk about arrogance. Holy God.
Yeah, it is a little bizarre.
You can talk about fucking Matt Hardy and Lita, but this was a whole nother fucking spectrum.
Yeah, it's funny. This got less attention, I feel like, but it should have gotten more.
It did. But it was TNA. Nobody cared.
Yeah, there you go. That's why. But you know what, Jarrett? Keep the ropes green. Get the four sides there, though, you fucking guys. And Global Force Wrestling is never going to be, I think what they might be able to do is get an international pay-per-view audience on like the internet. They might be able to get people to tune in to their shit. Or they might be able to do this, like Periscope, like they did, or like live free events. And then go to towns and sell themselves locally on tour. So set up events all over the place, sell tickets for those events, but always broadcast them free on the internet so you've exposed yourself everywhere. And when they say they're coming to your town, you might go buy tickets.
The problem with that is we know how expensive it is to do that. And right now, their first couple events, they're only drawing 300, 400 people.
Right.
And that's a problem. If they can't draw more than that, they're not going to be alive. So what I think they need to go to the other direction. I think they need to get into TV as soon as humanly possible. And Destination America seems to be buying up people. So now I don't know if they're going to be dropping TNA or if there's going to be some kind of collusion between TNA, Ring of Honor, and possibly even another brand like Global Force Wrestling. But wouldn't it kind of make sense if they all started to join and banded together? Wouldn't it make a little more sense to what's happening now?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe even get Lucha and AAA involved. Whatever.
I don't think so. I think they're all separate brands still. I mean, unless one guy comes and buys everything, because what are they going to call it then? And what is it? What do they do? I mean, all the brands become meaningless then.
Yeah, I know, but
they can share talent though. That's what they'll do.
Yeah, they'll do the talent exchange. But I mean, isn't it better to have one consolidated brand that actually stands a chance of competing than watching all of these brands die out? Because that is what we're seeing right now. Whether or not people want to admit it, TNA is dying. It's dying.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor, if this doesn't work,
don't tell Andre Corbeil.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andre. You know I love you to death, but the reality is, look at it subjectively. They're dying. Ring of Honor, if this doesn't work with Destination America, they're dying. The independents can't work because they can't. It's the same reason why the independent or the territories died the fuck out. You can't compete on a multinational scale. You can't do it.
I think there's a different reason why. I think a little bit of a different reason why now that they would fail like that, and I think the reason is because wrestling is just so not in right now.
I think it's starting to become more in again. I think it's an upswing is starting, and something else that fights against them is NXT. NXT being there gives an option that would have usually been sated by TNA, Ring of Honor, Global Force Wrestling. Now NXT is a viable option, especially if WWE wants to start going after some of these independent guys.
Because there's a group of people watching Lucha, there's a little group of people watching RH, there's a bigger group of people watching TNA that's going away, and there's a big group now of people watching NXT. So it's like it's all being shared. But yeah, if NXT wasn't there, me and you, we'd be talking about ROH or Lucha or the TNA or something else.
I don't know about Lucha because Lucha doesn't know. Lucha wants to be a television show more than it wants to be anything else. And it's unfortunately, it's an interesting idea, but you still have to execute it good. The problem with Lucha is it's not a good television show.
Yeah.
It's not that's the problem with Lucha. It's great. They're trying to be a TV show, but it still has to be good. Different doesn't always equate to being good.
Yeah, I want to bring something up that's not wrestling, but it's very interesting. Did you see this? Dave Grohl broke his leg on stage at a concert
and finished the show.
There's a fucking photo of him sitting on a chair while like a Swedish emergency workers taping up his leg, and he's just playing. He's like, no, great? I'm not going to the hospital, and we're not ending the show. We're gonna finish the show in a fucking chair with a broken leg.
How about the fucking Foo Fighters? Man,
that's crazy. That's awesome.
That is crazy. That's rock star right there.
He apparently broke his leg after falling off stage, and Grohl managed to finish the concert, albeit sitting down. And then he's got photos of the fucking. Oh my god, there's a fucking photo. There's an X-ray of the broken leg. Nice. Oh my god, that is so cool. Hold on a second.
Sign it and put it on eBay.
That's a great idea. Yeah. Here's a picture of his X-ray of his leg. How about that? Broken. Look at. Oh my god, right in half. That, I mean, how?
I you know what? I like Dave Grohl. I like Dave Grohl. I have so much more respect for him now.
I really do like him too. He's just such a great guy, rock star. Down to earth still, it seems like rock star.
Know, for a guy getting the start that he did, I mean, is it surprising? I mean, it can't really be surprising. He's been through it all when you think about it.
This is all over YouTube now. So, oh my god, there's tons of these photos.
This happened a couple days ago, actually.
I did not know about it, but he's like, this is crazy. He's on the ground of the stage, on the ground. Still had the microphone in his hand, continues to sing the song. The workers start to come over to help him. Then they're doing whatever. They're taping him up on the down below the stage. Then they bring him back up onto the stage. And then there's YouTube videos of him on crutches. He's in crutches here. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch these videos when we're done this. But anyway,
there's another thing that happened that was similar, but it happened in the early 2000s. Sebastian Bach of Skid Row, broke his foot, put his foot through a stage and broke it, and continued to go. But this is even bigger. This is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's Dave friggin' Grohl. He's been through everything. We're talking about the original drummer for fucking Nirvana here. You know, I mean, Dave Grohl's been through everything.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. That's wild,
isn't it? It's awesome. I think it's great.
I've been on the ground going, cool. Ah! Like, do they give him a cortisone? I mean, like, what's going on? Like, anyway, what's the rest?
He's a hockey player.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's still got the rocking the flannel. What else do we get here? We got a couple more things.
We got a few more matches. We got the tag team match. We got tag team championship match. New Day versus the Primetime Players. Millions of dollars.
New Day.
New Day looks like. Do you see a turn happening, or possibly both of them entering New Day at some point? Because it kind of feels like it could go that way. It's just like, look, Titus O'Neil. You know what? I don't even want to say it because I'm wrong. They're not splitting up the Primetime Players, but I want them to, because Darren Young is terrible.
Wouldn't it be great?
They can't fire him because he's gay.
What if the match? That's really.
They can't. They can't do it. They're stuck now.
They're really because all they hear about it, black and gay, fired him.
Black and gay, they're fucked. Oh, the double whammy. Yeah, they're fucked.
Can you imagine if the match starts and then Titus O'Neil just lays down and then they pin him? And then they all start clapping, and then like the New Day is all become a huge faction.
Oh my God! No, wouldn't it be even better? Holy God! That same thing happens. Titus lays down. They get up and start clapping, and they start looking at Darren Young, and they're clapping, like asking to join. And then Darren starts to clap, and then they just fucking destroy him. Or do it the other way with Darren to Titus, because Titus, I think, has got a better chance to be a star on his own.
That's not a bad idea.
You have Darren Young sit there, start clapping with New Day, and they look to Titus like, come on, join us. And then Titus starts clapping a little, and they just destroy his ass.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be kind of cool.
I would like to see something like that happen. I don't know why. It'd be such a swerve.
It'd be a swerve.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, no, something
feels like the
that.
New Day needs to be bigger, though.
New Day is going to be, they're going to hang on to that belt, I got to believe.
Yeah.
Until
Harper and Rowan are ready to take it from him. I think that's the next tag team that'll be really giving them a run. They gave them the 3D. You got to figure they're going to be giving them a title run, or at least a shot at the title at some point.
Yeah, something's coming up for them for sure. If you turn all the Wyatt's face, I mean,
see, that's why I said that I thought that there was a possibility of maybe having a small feud with Bray Wyatt and then having them all turn face together, even though that seems inexplicable. You're talking
about two turns like already.
Yeah, I know. I'm always talking about turns.
But I mean, no, I just say you turn it once, man. You turn it once, you get them all together, and then eventually, maybe Luke Harper and Rowan or something win the titles at SummerSlam would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Or I don't know.
At least they have more options in the tag team division now, at the very least. What else we have?
Owens and Cena.
Owens and Cena probably should be the match of the card. The question has to become: are they going to have the same epic type of match that they had at Elimination Chamber?
That's going to be tough because that was a unique thing. I wonder if what's funny is I think the crowd will be hotter for the match.
Yeah,
but I don't know if the match will be as good.
You just kind of feel like this match is setting up for disappointment. That's the feeling I have.
I have a feeling that something's up here. This has all the makings of the old DQ or something.
Yeah, I have a feeling Kevin Owens might powerbomb Cena on the the
stage.
That spot he does where he on the ring apron, on the apron. He powerbombs people on the apron. I have a feeling that might happen.
I think that it's going to end in some. I have a worry that it might end in some bizarre way, either like a double count out or a DQ, so we can do a third one.
Yeah, is this Samoa Joe and his weird music come in? I mean, I have no idea.
Maybe something like that, even just something bizarre. That music is that is the one time they fucked up at NXT. By the way, his music is.
Oh my God!
Like what the fuck is that?
It's so weird.
It's horrible.
Like the beginning of it's not even that bad. It's just it starts like wooga wooga, and then then some weird funky shit. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, we talked a lot of good about NXT, but what the fuck with that? Like, I mean, this dude. That's the night he debuted, you're like getting all psyched up, like what's happening, and then like here comes Samoa Joe, and you're just like, oh. Hey, but if it was like anything, like anything,
because he looks great.
It was like, I guess Samoa Joe's TNA fucking theme came with him. Like, what the fuck? What was he like? Yeah, I'll come over here, but only if my TNA music producer comes with me.
That's right.
Fucking terrible.
Only if you let me produce my own music. You gotta let me pick my own song, man. Trust me, I know it's best for my brand.
WWE was like, we have enough stars we need to focus on music for, so just give him some fuck.
Somebody get him Jimmy Hart. Somebody get him Jimmy Hart right now.
It actually would have been better if he had no music that night and just walked out on the stage.
Yes, I agree with that.
That's how bad his music is.
Yeah, it is. It is that bad. I still, it's perplexing. Just as perplexing as I really cannot tell you what's going to happen in this Cena Owens match.
I am definitely confused. I definitely am myself. Owens wins again. I mean, well,
that's where I want to see happen.
Can we go back to something? Is the title not on the line again?
Once again, neither title is on the line.
Okay, so here you go. Owens could win because then he could want it for the title the third time, but that makes Cena look so bizarrely weak. But that's so weird, and you don't want. You could have. Wait a minute. What if Cena could beat Owens with like a roll up or something too? By the way, but
he could. But any title talk is just weird because Owens seems to value the NXT Championship more than he does even the United States title at this point.
Yeah.
And since we're not even sure how Owens is going to drop the belt, if he's going to be stripped of it or if he's going to lose it to Finn Balor at the Japan show, we don't know. So it's a weird situation. This is a tough one.
By the way, he was supposed to lose that to Hideo Itami at the
Japan
show. So,
but Finn Balor, who made his career in New Japan, makes a lot of sense too.
You're right. Yeah, that's that was clearly. I mean, to me, I was like, oh, there goes that fucking idea. You know, because who attacked Hideo Itami was supposed to happen, I think, but not. Yeah. He wasn't supposed to really be hurt.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to really be hurt, and.
But yeah, I mean, clearly they did that to write him off. But I mean,
it's impossible.
No, oh no, I don't know. I don't know what.
Yeah, that just happened. I apologize profusely. Send your letters. Send your letters to deadondayproductions@yahoo.com. The views and outlook of Dead on Dave does not necessarily represent the views of Joe Cronin of the Joe Cronin Show. We apologize for any distress this may have caused.
I don't know. Somehow, like me dropping the N-bomb the other day might have been not as bad as what you just did.
I know. I love that meme. That meme kills me.
No, that is hilarious. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's impossible.
I don't know why my follow up of bro like for some reason is really makes it worse. All right, so Money in the Bank ladder match. Everyone's known about. We've already done this, so I'll just we know I like Reigns. I think Reigns is the number one, and then I think number two is like Sheamus.
Sheamus, yeah, and I think Neville's my dark horse.
Okay,
Neville's my dark horse.
I would say if Randy Orton, I will tell you, if Randy Orton wins or Kane wins,
I'll kill myself. I'll fucking kill myself.
I will kill myself live on the show tomorrow. I swear to God, we'll both kill ourselves. Randy Orton or Kane wins, I'm gonna bury someone's house.
Oh God, you're gonna reenact a scene from Tremors.
I mean, I'll be a little grumpy, like. Oh God, I'll just be so mad. I can't even tell you. Randy Orton or Kane wins. I might kill somebody. Like
it's gotta be Kane.
Oh my God, no! Holy shit!
You know, the one guy who doesn't have a chance, Dolph Ziggler. No chance, zero, zilch. Not less chance than Kofi Kingston.
Imagine Kofi Kingston. Imagine New Day grabbing the world title.
I can
in their
see that
faction.
happening.
Yeah,
That would not surprise me.
That would allow that a damn authority thing to go away.
Yeah, it would.
Or you could have the New
would.
Day versus authority. I mean, I don't know.
Well, but the New Day has been the tool of the authority recently, so the New Day have come out and helped the authority. So it's I don't know. It seems like the authority is about to go through a shakeup. Like, I got a feeling Kane's going to be gone soon. I think Seth Rollins is going to be out of the authority, and they're going to be replaced by guys like Kevin Owens, maybe Sheamus, possibly the New Day. I just feel like there's a shakeup that's about to happen within the authority.
New Gay?
New Gay?
Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins.
That'll be their name after Darren Young joins New Gay.
Oh, God.
Yep, sorry.
Oh, whatever.
It's impossible. My bad.
Chaw? Seth Rollins. Hideo, be quiet. You're injured. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. I think we both were in agreement last time, but I'm pretty sure that Seth Rollins is holding on to the belt.
Yeah. Although, man, Dean has the promo that Dean cut on that fucking weird news show the other day, and he's so over. They could pull the trigger. I don't think they will.
I don't know if he's so over.
He's pretty friggin' over.
He's over with me. I love Dean.
The crowd seems to,
but the crowd doesn't blow up every single time. He's not over like
the pop he got on Monday was pretty fucking substantial.
I just know that when Daniel Bryan was over for that time, the place was blowing up like Stone Cold Steve, almost like Stone Cold Steve Austin at times. And Dean has been kind of like here or there, depending on where they are. But he's more over consistently than anyone else. That's definitely true. I just think of some of those dead arenas recently, and like people are like still hanging on to Cena. There's just wrestling is so crazy. The crowds are just all over the place. You know the funny thing
is to me about that? We mentioned that. The funniest thing is about twice, 3 times a week, I get letters from people who have been to these events live that were saying that it's dead. They're saying that's not the case. They're not dead. They're saying, and I thought this about 3 months ago.
I think they're full of shit. I look at the people; they're not even moving that much. Even
I mentioned it 3 months ago. WWE did something. They changed the audio. They did something different, and I've noticed it since then. The audio has been so friggin' weird, and it happened the same time they started putting those cameras in the corners. If you notice now, there's a camera on each ring post.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed. They don't use them very often, but they're there.
Yeah.
And they made that change, and they did something to the audio, and now it's different because we buried 2 crowds, and I got 3 people from like each crowd that wrote and said, no, that's not true. It was crazy there. Like in Corpus Christi, I had 2 people one dude I was in the Army with, Porus, he was there, and he was like, that crowd was hot as hell. It's a small, weird arena, and if you look at the arena, it caves in on itself. So it really does have a strange acoustic vibe. But he said that crowd was hot as hell, loud and chanting. It is weird.
I mean, I was at Money in the Bank in Boston, and there were some times where the crowd got really hot, and I remember leaving there thinking we were really awesome, and it was a pretty good crowd when you went back and listened to it. Yeah. But it wasn't as amazing live as I remembered it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's some of. I don't know if that's some of what's happening. You know, if they think it's louder. But
I just think there was a change in the audio, man. I think they've changed the positioning of a key cam.
When Dean comes out, sometimes you're right. They might have done this too, actually. But when Dean comes out, sometimes you see everyone pop out of their seat and the arms start going everywhere, and you see that rush when he came out on one of those Monday night burials of the audience. They didn't do that. A lot of people just kind of sat there and looked. Like, and you can watch the. That's what something we could do is really compare the physical look of the crowd versus a physical look of the crowd other nights, and that's the thing that made me sold on the place was dead. It's not, and it's not because I'm so smart. I was thinking about. I just I'm
not even saying you're wrong.
Right, and I don't know if I'm not wrong or right either, because you might be right, because you're right. It has been deader than normal, and in some of the southern arenas, it's like, what is going on? And you almost wonder if it's some of these new arenas that they're going to that maybe they can't hold the Hell in the Cell. Maybe they're micing things different because they can't hang it from the. I don't know, But
it just seems weird.
I mean, you know what? When we went back and watched, what was the last pay-per-view? Hell in the Cell.
Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber. So remember it, or was it the one before? Was that the one that was dead? Was the Elimination Chamber?
Elimination Chamber was dead. Yeah, it was in Corpus Christi.
So I wonder, in that Owens and Cena match, like I went back and watched it again, and the crowd was better than I remembered it. They
were pretty good during that match. Yeah.
They were the loudest the whole night then, but it was still better than I remembered it. When I watched it live, I thought they were worse.
The weird thing is, now I've read all these stories about WWE messing with the volume at shows. Now, I don't know why they would do that, but maybe that's a possibility what's going on. Because now I've read countless times that they're turning the volume down for some people and turning it up for others. And like apparently they were turning it down a lot for Daniel Bryan recently.
Yeah.
Just weird stuff. Now, I don't know why they would do that, but I don't know. Something is different, whether it be I have a hard time believing that the crowds are just saying fuck it, you know? But I don't know.
I still don't believe it yet, but it's definitely something concerning if it's true, or if it's anything near true. But yeah, I'm not buying it right now. But it's not impossible. Again, it's just I'm just not going there yet. I think the crowds just suck. I think they're Cena fan, Pink Hat fans, and that's what the problem is, because it's in all these weird, obscure places that this happens. It doesn't happen in Chicago, New York, Philly, and even some other places that are like even like Indianapolis or places like that. Like it doesn't happen in those places. But to
be fair, it's been a while since we've been into one of those arenas.
Yeah.
Since all of this dead stuff has happened, it's been a while since we've been to a super, super, super hot place that we know is always hot.
Where's Money in the
Bank? When they go to Chicago, where is Money in the Bank? Isn't it usually in Chicago?
Well, it was in Boston last year.
Oh, was it?
Because I was there. Remember, I did the show.
Me and the beard. That's right, you did.
And you were here. That was your first night, right?
It's Columbus, Ohio, which actually don't have terrible crowds.
So,
Ohio's not terrible.
No, it's not.
They have quite a few wrestlers from Ohio.
They should be okay. It should be an okay crowd.
Nationwide arena.
Well, they're
the Miz is from Ohio.
You get some real heat over there. You just mentioned LeBron.
Yeah, there you go.
That's funny. Is there going to be a pay-per-view in Boston? Like, God. I'm trying to think of it now. I don't even, because sometimes I know, like every 2 years we usually have, something in Boston.
Something. Or SummerSlam. SummerSlam's going to be in Brooklyn. So there's a very good possibility that there's going to be some kind of event in Boston, whether it be a Raw or something, or sometime in August.
Oh, yeah. WWE Super Show, June 27th. They always come here. It's always on my birthday. Because last year, Money in the Bank was on my birthday, I think, or the day before my birthday.
When's your birthday?
June 28th.
Coming up.
So I went to Money in the Bank for my birthday. I said that. I was like, I'm going for my birthday. And I went by
that's
myself.
That's right.
Because the ticket was $200 tickets.
So
to take two people, I mean, but because
for two people.
Well, for two people it would have been 200 each. So I was like, I'm going. I went by myself. But I did pick that seat purposely because I knew I'd be on TV the whole show. So.
Oh, you picked okay. You got a good seat. Okay.
Do you remember me giving the finger? Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I did see that.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
I was flicking off Kane. I was so mad. The picture's hilarious of Kane coming down from the ladder and then me in the background like flipping him off and then jerking off and then like putting my tongue to my cheek pretending I'm sucking a dick.
Oh,
I can't believe it's still on there. Go watch Money in the Bank from last year. You'll die.
Right. Yeah,
you'll die. You will fucking die. There's so many little Easter eggs of me in the background. There's one where I pretend to jerk the guy off next to me, and that's on there. then there's all kinds of stuff.
What the fuck is the matter with you, man?
I don't know, but it's all there for everyone to see. That's why I wasn't tough enough.
There you go. See, you were probably in the running, and then they freaking found out that you were the guy jerking off the other guy at last year's Money in the Bank.
Oh, even better was plus I wore that obnoxious green towel. I had a fucking neon green towel that I put around my neck on purpose because I was like, look for the green towel, and I'll always be able to tell where I am.
You're such a whore. You're such a whore.
I should have wore it, but the only thing I did wrong was I didn't bring a fucking sign or something. I could have held the sign in front of me the whole time Joe Cronin
Joe
WWE.
Cronin show. What the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah, I should have. Everyone said that. Like, what? Why didn't you have a sign? Why didn't you have, even wear the T-shirt? They would have saw your name on the T-shirt. It was so close.
Oh my god, what is your deal?
Because I'm right where you zoom in on the ring in the corner there, and I'm elevated right to camera level. So like I'm
gonna watch it.
You have to watch it because it takes some patience obviously, but you'll catch 5 to 10 gems throughout the whole entire thing. When Seth Rollins pulls it down, I'm doing the jerk you off sign. Like it's.
Oh god, that's great.
Oh, it's the guys next to me just couldn't. There was 2 guys next to me who went as buddies, 2 guys to the left of me that went as buddies, and I just kept saying the most bizarre shit to the 2. Like we had a blast. Like it was so fun. I was drunk out of my mind. The guy in front of me was like, people kept coming up to me to be like, Joe, and the guy in front of me is like, who the fuck are you? Like why? Like am I supposed to know who you are?
Why does everyone recognize you?
I had 5 different. It was only 5 people that recognized me that came up to me, but I mean, it was just like the guy in front of me was like, "Who are you? Like, why?"
That's funny.
Someone was like, "Can you sign this?" And I signed someone's title belt.
Are you serious? You signed stuff? That's funny.
Yeah, and then I took a photo with Tony.
Oh.
Did you ever see that? There's a photo.
I did see that.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the photo.
Yeah, so I took a photo with Tony, and then this guy's just like, "What's going on?"
Who is this fucking guy?
I had a blast. I got there nice and early. I just love that feeling. I was sitting down, the ring empty, everything looked great, and
look at this jamoke.
It was a pretty good pay-per-view too. So
yeah,
they did some crazy dangling the ladders thing when Sheamus, and then Randy Orton got busted wide open on the side, and I remember thinking, holy shit, like he sliced his head open on that ladder like fucking grotesquely, and they didn't catch it on TV the way it happened, but I saw it, and it was like shit was shooting out of his head. And they were like, they were bandaging him up on the side, and then when he goes, I think he goes back in, and then he ends up bleeding again. And it's like,
oh god, yeah.
It's like no surprise it's bleeding again. He looks fucking crazy. And then and then his Instagram, they posted the staples in his head.
This was at last year's, not 2013.
Last year,
when Seth Rollins won.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
just making sure because I'm gonna watch this.
I
want to see every one of these gems.
You'll also see me during the pre-show because Daniel Bryan comes out to address the crowd for the first time, and the pop is huge for him. People are crazy for him, and yeah, I'm in that shot a lot because they took a close up between him and Michael Cole in the ring, and I'm right behind him the whole time, like looking. I just got that. You'll see me because I'm chewing gum the entire thing, which was another annoying thing. The whole time I'm like. With a green towel around my head. I look like Mr. Unperfect.
Mr. Imperfect.
Mr. Imperfect. With a fucking green towel wrapped around my neck. And
your theme song would be da da, da da.
I wish that I spit the gum out and then slapped it up into the crowd and that got on camera because I would take that like a GIF and over again, loop that, and then put the da da da.
Oh my god! I can just see you slapping the gum into the crowd. That'd be too funny.
I do it on my way out of work every night.
You know what? You know the fuck the thing is? I've done it so many times, just being like, "Man, that looks so cool." I bet, and people are watching me, probably like, "What a fucking asshole!"
Fucking gun, yeah. Like,
I'm gonna step in that gum, that cock.
Oh, it's biodegradable. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, I wanted actually. I still haven't done it, but I wanted to. There is a couple times I've clipped it. I've clipped some things, but. I always wanted to go back and clip every single moment that I had, and like,
yeah, why haven't you done that?
I don't know, because it's such work to go through it all and timestamp.
I might do it for you.
Yeah, maybe
I might do it for you.
You can be like, at 7:15. This is when you slap the guy next to you, and then you dump the beer on you. And at 20,
I just might do it. I might just cut it for you.
Well, you could, yeah. If you find enough gems, go for it. It's there.
Because I'm gonna watch it today. I think
Joe Cronin makes an ass of himself at Money in the Bank. So many people. It was so. You know what's funny? I don't know why I didn't expect this. I guess I didn't expect it because I didn't know what relation I was on the camera. I knew I was gonna get on the camera a few times, and I think I did figure it out. Because actually, I did figure it out because at the Titantron I was on it a bunch. So I was like, I would look over to the Titantron a lot to be like, oh shit, I really am on TV a lot. During the Usos match, but no, what I noticed was my fucking phone exploded. The guy next to me, I'm looking at what happens is my phone keeps going rant, 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 and the guy next, and I'm looking at my phone. It's people sending me screenshots. Joe Cronin, Joe Cronin's on TV. Joe Cronin, I see you. Joe Cronin, is this you? Joe Cronin, I see you on TV. Holy fuck, dude, you're on TV. Joe, wow, you got amazing seats. Like over and over and over, my Twitter is just blowing up, and I'm looking at everyone's photo. I can still go back and look at it probably on Twitter somehow. And it's just blowing up with all these different photos. And then the guy next to me was like, "Is that us? What the fuck is going on?" And he's seeing all these screenshots of us, and I'm like, he goes, "Who are you?" I was like, "Yo, how many friends do you have on there?"
Right.
I'm like, "Well, I do this YouTube thing."
Yeah. We can clip it. We can clip it all, right, and make one special and just call it Joe Cronin. What an asshole.
Exactly, yeah.
It'd be fantastic.
Money in the bank asshole. What a fucking dickhead. Like, if anybody was watching that pay-per-view and like you're going to pick up on the things that, like, if you were watching it, like, it's usually that part of the crowd, your brain just doesn't think about those people that are there. Like, they think about the front row people sometimes if they see a person over and over again. But because I'm wearing the green thing, and I kept doing, like, little fucking egregious things.
You're
like,
standing out.
Somebody picked up on that. I was like, what's wrong with that guy? They have no idea.
Does he have epilepsy?
Like, look at this fucking psycho idiot.
That's too good.
And then when WWE.com posted the Money in Bank photo and I was in that was just too funny. I was laughing. Oh, man.
That's crazy.
Anyway, State of the WWE ended a few minutes ago. Now it's just fucking like, let's laugh at Money in the Bank last year.
That's right, yeah.
At least this year I don't have to drive home while listening to the show. Oh, no, this was the one you didn't help out with.
No, this was before me.
Leah did this one.
Yeah, this was before me. I wasn't
Okay.
even part of the crew yet.
Yeah, Leah had to turn everything on, then take my cell phone call. And I started the show from, I was in my car driving home from the show. And I remember
Tommy hadn't discovered me yet.
Yeah. It took me 16 minutes to get home.
You really?
Yeah, I ran out of the garden, ran in the parking lot, got on the highway, 10 minutes, I was home. I was home in probably more than 16 minutes now that I think of it. Probably like 18 to 22 minutes. But it was really a hell of a record time because I got out. Oh, I know why. Casino won, and as he was winning, as he kind of pulled it down, I ran out of there. And the funniest thing is it didn't get on tape, me leaving, but it would have been great because I was making a scene. I made a scene on purpose.
Did you really?
I threw my hands up in the air and I started shouting and looking at the ring and like Lewis Black shaking my hands, and then I ran past everyone over the things, and as I got to the top of the steps where I knew I could still be seen on TV, I started jumping up and down, hitting myself in the forehead, and then I walked out.
Yeah,
and
that seems about right.
But the thing is, they missed all of it, but it still is funny because you see me,
God.
and then the next shot of that area, I'm not there, and it's funny. So I was like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here." Cena won. Fuck me.
Cena won. I'm done.
All
you know what? They're dead to me.
Guys, make sure you click the like button. And what do you think about the predictions of State of the WWE of Money in the Bank 2015? Who's going to win? What are your thoughts on the matches? Leave us comments below. Subscribe if this is your first time listening. This is the Joe Cronin Show here on YouTube. And my co-host here has been Dave, the Dead on Dave on YouTube. Go sub his channel for daily wrestling videos. The Dead on Dave on YouTube. And we will be live after Money in the Bank. We'll be live right here on Joe Cronin Show, and we will be live the following night for Monday Night Raw review. So
if you can't get enough of any of that, I'll also be live today, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, that's right.
On my channel, yeah.
So I'll
Sit on Dave Live.
If you want more, if you're like, hey, I want some more of this shit, well, Dave will be live in a little while. So 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And then after that, the hockey show with Tommy C. Shot from the Point, although he's not going to be there. I think Dave's filling in.
Oh, fuck, I'm on that too.
Yeah, you're doing everything.
I'm not hosting it, thank God.
Okay, that's good.
I'm filling in for Jake.
So 3 p.m. Eastern Time on the Shot from the Point channel, Hockey Talk. Dead on Dave will be on that too, and then he'll be on Money in the Bank with me. He's
I'm gonna die. This is it. This is my death. This is how it happens.
Let's give him another stroke. Jesus.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Click the like button, and we will see you tonight live after Money in the Bank. And Money in the Bank gonna stank, I think, but we'll see what happens. Good night.
See.